What's up, babe? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your very first time, my name is Toni, and yes, I have this mask on my face, so I can't really move my face like I normally would, like, because it's getting hard right now. But of course, this mask is not gonna be on the whole entire time. I'm just, I'm trying to set a little mood. I just got out the tub, trying to, take care of my skin and whatnot. Anyway, y'all, let me tell y'all about what happened today. So if you follow me on TikTok, then you know that today's video was supposed to be a wig install, okay? So just, and before you click off, because I already know you're thinking about clicking off this video, just stay with me for a second. Dang, like just give me a second, okay? So anyway, yes, today's video was supposed to be an install video, but clearly that is not happening. And you see, this is a discipline video. Why? Because here's this. I want to post videos on my channel on Sundays and Wednesdays, and we'll get further in the discussion about all of the discipline stuff. Anyway, I want to post videos on my channel on Sundays and Wednesdays, and I already did all of the prep work for the wig install. All I needed to do was just get the wig installed on my head. I am actually shooting this on Christmas Eve, which is the night before that this video will go up, but I had a very busy day today. And then I also realized that I was not going to have time to properly install my wig. So I was highly pissed off earlier because I'm one of those people, if I have my mind set on something, I don't want to move away from it. Like, I have to do it exactly how I planned it. But everything is not going to happen exactly as we planned it. So this is where discipline kicks in. But keep following me because I'm going to get to that point, So anyway, I was at a crossroads. I'm like, okay, do I decide to just be further pissed off about it, about my plans just completely changing and me not being able to do the video, or do I take a different route? So clearly y'all see this is me taking a different route, okay? But I want to say all of that to basically say, instead of just missing my video day completely, I decided to revamp and just change courses and shoot a different video. So, like I said, the whole topic of discussion today is about bleep. That's all, folks. Y'all, I'm trying to laugh, but I can't move my face. I'm trying to laugh, but I can't move my face. Today's video is talking about discipline, y'all. So all of us are gearing up and preparing for 2023. Whoop, 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 and a bam, bam, bam. But we cannot do that unless we get down to the roots. And I'm talking about if we go back to childhood, okay? We have to take it all the way back and relearn discipline. So especially for me, I don't know about anybody else, but especially for me, you know what? I think it's been 10 minutes. Let me get this situation off of my face so I can actually move my face and be comfortable. Does anybody else put a mask on for like they start more cross-eyed? Maybe it's just me. I'm kind of weird. Anyway, let's rinse this off and I'll be right back. So clearly the face is clean and now I can move my face and actually talk. Like I was saying, so we have to take this thing back down to childhood, okay? Like, think about when your mama and your daddy used to, drill you about certain things. Like, I know me and my husband just got on my son today about his math because we actually made our kids, it's probably torture to them, but we made them do math problems in order to open up a gift. So think about when you were a childhood and you had to be disciplined and trained and like repetitive on the things that you were doing in order to build those healthy habits, okay? So that's what I'm saying. You need to take it back. Here I go talking fast. We need to take it back down to childhood level and retrain ourselves to be disciplined in our lives, especially when you are at certain points in your life. Because let's be clear, we'll touch on it a little bit more in here in a second, but you're constantly evolving, okay? So I've talked in, other videos about like femininity. Like for me, I'm on a feminine journey. So for me, I need to discipline myself with certain aspects about being a softer, more feminine woman. My health is a priority. You have to discipline yourself to drink that gallon of water every day. You have to discipline yourself to go to the gym. So when we think about the major life changes that we want to happen, you can't do any of it without discipline. You can manifest all day long. Yes, I am attracting this and I'm attracting that and blah, blah, blah. You can do it all. But if you are not going to take the time out to actually discipline yourself and retrain yourself for the habits that you are wanting to have, you might as well throw that manifestation out the window, because the work is the discipline. The work that you have to put in is the discipline. That's what it comes down to. For me and my mom, we like journaling. We have a 369 manifestation journal. You have to discipline yourself to sit down and do those journal entries, right? You have to sit down and discipline yourself to meditate and to visualize and all of those things. So again, we cannot do anything at all without discipline. When we think about where we are in life right now, we have to think about what are the habits, or what do we have to discipline ourselves to do to match where we are in life right now. So again, going back to today's example, for instance, about me not posting my video, or either just changing course and posting my video, that is a disciplined action, okay? Because I could have easily been like, you know what? Christmas is tomorrow. I'm just gonna give myself an excuse. People ain't gonna be on YouTube. I could have gave myself every excuse in the book, but I am trying to train myself into being an entrepreneur. I'm trying to change myself into having these healthy habits, about having habits that are suiting me right now in my life, which again, I want entrepreneurship. I want to manifest a certain life for myself. I want to grow in my feminine journey, like I talked about, grow in my marriage, grow as a mom. So these are all things that are shifting me into that direction. And again, discipline is the smallest thing, but it has the majority impact on everything that you do. I have another video where I talked about being intentional. Without intentionality in everything that you are doing, especially, and we just gonna stop for a second, especially if you are trying to really bring change into your life in 2023. This is your preparation season, okay? So your preparation season needs to be all focused on that discipline and retraining your mind, okay? I love the preparation season, or I like to call it the conditioning period, because you're conditioning yourself to be whatever version of yourself you need to be for that life that you want to attract. You want to be a business owner, you want to have a better job, or whatever the case. You're conditioning yourself constantly for something. Even if a person is not necessarily trying to evolve in life, or they're not necessarily trying to manifest a certain life, we are evolving creatures, okay? Trust and believe we are evolving. So even when you think you're not, you are in some way, shape, or form. You are not going to be the same person forever and ever. It's just not gonna work like that. You're going to grow mentally. You're going to grow with different thoughts about the world and things like that. Like, I look at the past 10 years that I've been married. I'm not married to the same person. Just like I'm sure he probably feels like, I don't know who this lady is. Like, she just popped up overnight. But what I'm saying is we're constantly evolving. So thinking about where it is that you are in life is very helpful, because you can constantly keep yourself on track for where you want to be. So going back to the conditioning period, okay, again, it's about to be 2023. And I don't know if you know anything like me, but baby, 2023 is mine. And if you didn't catch my last video about being delusional, as I'm gonna pop that up there, because in that video I talked about how you need to be crazy enough in the head to think that everything that you have is already here. Okay, you're not manifesting, it's already here. You need to have that same kind of attitude when you're thinking about how you want your upcoming year to look, okay? So be very intentional about it. And like I said, with intentionality, there is nothing that you can do unless you're going to be intentional about it. You cannot draft or bring into your life all of these different changes if you're not going to be intentional about all of the small details that you have to do. I want to evolve as a content creator. So how do I go about doing that? I'm constantly thinking about, okay, how can I make better content? I have stayed up a lot of late nights, woke up a lot of early mornings, okay? I'm conditioning myself. Like, let me just be all the way honest. I told y'all it's Christmas Eve right now. I could have easily just been like, you know what? I'm just going to chill for the night with the family, blah, blah, blah. But since we already did all of our gifts and stuff, the kids didn't want to wait, whatever. We did our stuff. I'm either going to this is 5. Okay. Either one, end up scrolling on Instagram or TikTok or something like that, or checking my YouTube analytics for, 10, 20 minutes at a time. Or I'm going to end up dozing off, or I'm going to end up sitting on the couch and watching my husband play Call of Duty. What you think I'm doing? I'm recording. Because I feel like if you can sit there and waste time scrolling, scrolling, we all know how easy that can, suck us in. If I'm just going to sit and do nothing, I'm going to work. That is a conscious, intentional decision, okay? You have to think about how you can make those intentional decisions, because those intentional decisions are what are going to change your habits, like indefinitely. I have my blinders on, y'all. Like, I cannot see out of my peripheral. All I can see is straight. I can only see what's ahead of me. I can only see me moving forward. That is the same kind of attitude you have to have going into 2023, and really focusing on your discipline so that you can change your life. 2023, I know that everybody is like, I hate this time of year, because it's like one of those things where you're like, oh, 2023, 2022, it's a new year, new me, blah, blah. No, it's not a new you, new year, new you. It's not that. But it's you, again, being intentional about how you want your year to look. I mean, this time of year is the best time to reflect, because you've had a whole 365 days of being you and doing the things that you've been doing. So when you sit down and really give a reflection of how your year has gone, can you honestly say that you conditioned yourself to be that best version of yourself? Or can you sit down and say that you've honestly made the best strides in your life that you could have during this year? Even when you don't see things changing, that does not give you an excuse to fall back on your discipline. That means to me that you need to amplify the discipline. Figure out all of the areas in your life that you're like, you know what, I need to just re-strategize, regroup, and figure it out. Okay. But with that honest 2022 reflection, I feel like there were a lot of things that I could have done better. I could have done better with planning out my content. I could have done better with planning out my videos. I could have done better with going out and taking, more pictures, or shooting more reels, and blah, 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 blah. This is your preparation season. You have to sit and reflect so that you can know how to move forward. But you have to master the art of discipline in your life, okay? There are a lot of distractions, and if you have watched me previously, I talk a lot about eliminating distractions, because there are so many things that can distract us and derail us from what it is that we want to bring into our lives. You have to master discipline so that you don't give yourself any leeway to have anything creep up in your way and block you or distract you from what it is that you're trying to achieve in your life. Friendships, relationships, anybody and everybody can get, the cutoff right now. You have to think like that. And it's not that you're cutting them off because you're, mad, mean, or whatever. You have to eliminate all distractions. And sometimes our family members can be a distraction with, whatever they have going on in their lives that they have put onto you. You have jobs that are distracting. You have, just bills that are distracting. I mean, there are so many things that I can think of right now that is a distraction. So when I say master the art of discipline, you have to master it. Everybody starts this year off with saying, oh, I'm going to lose 30 pounds by the spring. Be disciplined about the time that you are allowing yourself to go to the gym, because you will look up and it will be springtime and you're like, man, I have not done anything. Be intentional about all of your decisions, okay? Be disciplined about, or excuse me, be intentional about the discipline. Change is not going to come unless you put the work in. It's not going to come unless you put the work in. And that is a you decision, okay? For me, we're going to elevate in 2023. And it's going to be a mental elevation more than anything else, okay? So I want you to think with that same thought process. You're going to evolve mentally more than anything before anything else physically appears. So just remember to be very intentional about your discipline and master it, because 2023, it's mine, it's yours, it's whatever you want it to be. So I know this was kind of a short video, but like I said, I just really wanted to get on here and talk about discipline. Like, this video was actually scheduled for Wednesday, but again, you know, I had to rearrange, and I'm going to go ahead and do this one today and do the wig and style video for Wednesday. But nonetheless, I just really wanted to get on here and talk about this because I'm like, you know what, this is a prime example of how you just have to be intentional with the discipline, okay? So if you have not already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below, and also make sure that you hit that notification bell as well so you can see when the videos is going up on the channel. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's to you guys, because I don't, well, no, I'm lying. Just Merry Christmas, because I'm going to see y'all before New Year's. I hope you guys have a wonderful and beautiful time with your families. So, until next time, bye, love.